Okay, so I feel like I have to get into this storyline because I feel like there's much more to it than just whatever meets the eye. It's easy to look at it and just say, all right, Anthony, you're wrong for having this key. But I think there's more inside of it. Let's go.
I had an interesting night last night.
Okay.
I I was talking to Rome,
Okay.
and he informed me that you had access to Piarry's house up until a couple of weeks ago. That you walked into her house as if it was your house.
So see, now I know how this looks now. So people like Russia, where I say, hey, it kind of look kind of chatty, chatty. I see what you see it look like because no, that's basically, how Amber has pretty much presented it, and that's the thing. It now looks like Ron is going around, discussing other people's business with other people. So looking at that now from it, Roshan, I can see exactly how this looks as far as that is concerned. Now it kind of looks kind of very, very weird and out there, and not really to look too right.
While Rome was there.
Oh, I mean, Piarry, we're friends.
We're friends. You know who I'm friends with? I'm friends with Wayne. How would you feel if I just walked into his house? If I had a key to his house? If I had the code to his house and just walked in as if I lived there?
That's different, Amber.
It's not different.
It is actually different. Okay, so I know where Amber is going with this, and while she's right in what she's saying, the analogy is wrong. I'm gonna tell you why the analogy is wrong. Because Wayne was a close person to Amber. In other words, Wayne was Amber's man, outright man. Wayne is still somebody that Amber is head over heels with, right? So in other words, that's what that is. That's not who Anthony is to Pierre. We've seen that. I mean, Anthony damn near had the chance if he wanted to, get really busy and serious with Pierre, but he didn't. So it's not the same. I know what she's saying, but the analogy is not really correct. The analogy is not correct. I think we can agree on that the analogy is not exactly correct.
Anthony, no, it's not. It's not different. It's disrespectful. Because for some other man to tell me that my husband is walking into another female's house, best friend or not, Anthony, really? You don't see what's wrong with that?
So see, the problem with this though is that Amber knows Pierre, and then it's like Pierre has been coming around, right? That's another piece of the puzzle. Then she had a talk with Pierre, and the levels where she's going with Pierre is not the same levels that she's going with Anthony. Do you see why I know why I say what I've said, Nanya? When I talk about the whole idea of how they do things, when it is the woman is buttered up, and she, kitty gloves gets to handle her, kitty gloves. But then the moment it comes to the man gets like a flogging essentially. Then that's what I'm talking about.
Baby, nothing's going on between us.
I didn't say that, Anthony.
No, but why else wouldn't I be able to? That's my best friend.
Oh my God, this man. Okay.
And why didn't you tell me this when you got in last night?
Because it was 3 a.m. You want me to start an argument with Kai and everybody sleeping? Was that what you want to do?
Why?
That's fair. What I would have preferred Amber had done before she did this was to tell him to let Kai go run around. Or maybe wait until Kai was sleeping upstairs or something like that and let two of them discuss it. I don't think it's that harsh an argument because I'm looking at it now and I think it's a small, minute thing. The more I think about it, I'm like, well, you can't really do nothing at all about it. Nothing has actually happened. Nothing has really occurred, to be very honest. And so I'm going to leave my other point that I have
To be an argument? Why
Because
can't
I'm pissed about it, Anthony. That's why. The fact that you still don't see anything wrong with it is blowing my mind. You don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't see the comparison between Piarry and Wayne.
So if there's nothing wrong, why don't you not still have the key? And clearly you agreed with Rome that it was time for you to relinquish your key.
See, so you see, I forgive. That's the thing is, I have to give the context. No, he agreed with Piarry that he would give up his key. See, when it come across this way, it come across very disingenuous. This is what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I mean? So now it's gonna look like me I defend Antonino, but it disingenuous. If you look, if I'm going to call you out as a woman, then me have to call you out on genuine things. Me can't be disingenuous in calling you out. But again, that's how a male thinks, I guess. Maybe women think differently with things. I'm just saying me can't be disingenuous. If me I call out a particular thing, I'm calling that out and not something else.
Well, because she has a, that's her boyfriend now.
Exactly. I have a husband who should not be walking into the house of another woman like it's his house. What is wrong with you? You don't understand that. You know what? I don't want to raise my voice in front of Kai.
Thank you.
So I'll let you think about that. I'll let you think about that. Because, you know, your little drunk friend, Piarry, she was spilling a lot of tea last night. And apparently there's just tea spilled everywhere. I'm about to go. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically we're at the place of this. It's like this. So now I'm looking at it like this now. I'm looking at it that Rowan has now done this. This is what the optics of it after everything is done. Rowan has now done this, right? And Rowan gets to leave with Piarry, and Piarry gets to be drunk, and they get to do their little thing, right? And be back together, okay? Nothing happens to their household, but no, then they've not created problems in another household. That is something that I was looking on, and I'm like, well, that's what this has actually created, right? So it's almost like information like that. Why get upset at information like that if it's not, going to because it's not really progressing anything, is what I'm trying to say. There's nothing that comes out of it that you're like, you know what, boy, it really really is terrible for it. And sometimes I think that some arguments might as well kind of leave them, you know what I mean? Or if you're going to correct them, you correct them in a particular way. Because this now, with the comparison between the Wayne and the PR thing, I don't think the comparison would stay up. But I could be wrong. Ladies, you tell me if that's exactly what you're thinking. Do you think the comparison between Wayne and Amber is the same comparison between PR and Anthony? Is it the same comparison? Let me ask y'all that. You've been watching the show, because me know you get up and say, O'Neill is is only looking out for the male. But let me ask you about that comparison. But I can see the point of view, the whole idea of him walking in for whatever else it is time. But if the story is going to be told, then tell it properly. And then if you're going to flag him, make sure you flag PR the same way. But PR can't be handled with kiddie gloves, and then Anthony gets the lashing. You follow I'm coming from, because it's still two adults. That's what I'm talking about. Only no mind the lashing. But O'Neill say you can't do one thing one time and then the next thing done a different way the other time. That's what I'm talking about. I hope it don't create any more issues in the marriage, basically, because that's basically what it looks like it's creating. You know what I mean? So now Pierre and Rowan get to celebrate and have a wonderful time. It's almost like they've now become the couple that is probably going to just create problems and then go back home and then I'm happy. Wonder if you follow me. Give me a take. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon.